So I've literally come home from the day job and seen the news about Novak Djokovic, which has changed since yesterday. Obviously, he's got on the plane, he's landed at Melbourne, and now he's having to isolate and potentially being sent straight back home because it's unclear whether he's vaccinated or not. And this is really a grand fuck up, isn't it? It's not even about the Grand Slam. I can't believe for 1 second that Djokovic's team didn't follow the rules accordingly. They would have been told, hands down, this is what you've got to do. Otherwise, you can't come into the country. So somewhere between Djokovic getting on a plane and that plane landing, the government had got involved and said, no, we're not breaking the rules for anyone. We're not bending the rules for anyone. And I remember talking about this yesterday when it first came to light, about how in the Euros early in the last year, the government waived all rules for anybody that was considered a VIP. So like, you can all mingle, you can all come in, no isolation, it's fine. Nobody, G20, exactly the same. Oh, if you're VIP of some description, we're going to just waive all the rules that everyone else has to apply and follow. And I think that's what the tournament must have been trying to do with Djokovic. And I can understand why. He's potentially their greatest ever player. They're trying to do right by him, I guess. They're trying to do right by everyone else. It's all about money. It's all about prestige. Federer is out. I think Nadal is now playing, but it was up in the air if he would or not. And without the big names, there's no big attraction, is there? Whoever, if one of the outsiders win it, that only really matters if they took out one of the big guns. If the big guns weren't there, you won it because they weren't there. But hey, I can't wait for this to unfold. I can't wait to see where this goes, because it turned out that when he got there, when he landed, the custom officials, border force, said to Victoria, are you going to sponsor this guy? And they went, no, we're not. All right. Well, he doesn't have a medical exemption. And I think we can say quite safely, I need to be careful on the word I use here so I don't get caught up in some strange algorithm that highlights words you're not allowed to say. But if he'd had the medical injections he was required to have, they wouldn't even be discussing this. And he's always been outspoken about the fact that he doesn't think it should be mandatory, at least. But what a colossal fuck up by somebody. And yeah, wait and see. Watch this space. What's going to happen? Will Djokovic get in? Will they let him play? Because now he's there, he may as well just isolate. But these big stars have big egos, and he will be pissed because there's no way he put all of that on his Instagram the other day, I think yesterday, without believing it to be 100% true. And I don't for 1 second believe that anyone in his team thought when he was getting on a plane this was going to be an issue, because they just wouldn't have gone. So in that respect, I actually feel for the guy. I do actually feel for him. I don't care whether he's had his injections or not. For me, that's a personal choice for everybody. But he only got on that plane because he thought he'd been given the exemption. He thought they would make an exception to the rule for him. And somebody on the other end has now bottled it. Or if they haven't bottled it, they were talking shit to start with. And one thing's for certain, the shit's going to start to fly now. Stay tuned. Let's see what happens.